Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So welcome to the Level 1 Personalized Competency-Based Learning. It's a mouthful, but it's personalized and competency-based mixed together because most personalized systems are going competency-based, and competency-based learning includes an awful lot of personalized learning. So I just decided that we would just cover everything all at once. Okay, great. Okay, so the first, for tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over Teachable workflow, which is where my courses, where all those videos are that you already saw are held. We're going to be looking at the Google Hangout and sharing back and forth with one another. We're going to be going over, oh, that should say Google Classroom, not Google Drive. We're also going to do, we're going to go over expectations. It originally was registrations, but we ended up not having enough graduate credit people to run the course, so we don't have to worry about any of the graduate credit stuff. And then we're going to create a Google site, and we're going to use it as our portfolio for our final project. How familiar are you with Google Sites?
Not familiar with it at all.
Okay,
I
nope.
haven't used it that much.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, so about me, I'm going to go from the bottom and up. So you said you started teaching a long time ago, and so did I. So this is my 31st year in public education, and I've had a number of different roles. About 20 of my years were in the classroom. I've taught and coached at elementary, middle, and high. I've been an instructional technology specialist in Dorchester District 2, if you're familiar with them. I am also an adjunct professor at the College of Charleston. Most recently, I was a personalized learning and technology integration coach in Charleston County. And now I'm president of my own company, Cultivating the Learning. So I'm not in any public schools right now as an employee, but I do work with them as an independent coach. So that's what I'm doing right now, and that's how I'm able to build these courses and offer them, is because I'm not locked down to the regular teacher workday anymore. Okay, so the why behind personalized competency-based learning. There's a saying, when you know better, you do better. And the cartoon on the right kind of helps us to see what we've been doing for so many years, right? And everybody has to take the same exam, and they have to climb that tree. But why does the elephant need to climb that tree? It's not going to help him in his future. It's not going to help the seal. It might help that monkey because, of course, he's made for climbing trees, so he's going to do great. I don't know if you've noticed this being in education almost as long as I have, but I feel like the people who are drawn to education are the same type of people, and those are the same people who were successful in schools. And so we've kind of locked out all those other people who learn in different ways or have different goals. And so the personalized competency-based learning takes all of that into account. You know, it asks, what are your long-term goals? You know, what are your short-term goals? What do you think you might want to do in 10 years? How about 20 years? And then as teachers, we're thinking about that, and instead of making everybody climb that tree, we might say, wait, you want to be a track star? All right, well, you're going to run around the tree. All right, so we were just talking about the why behind personalized learning, and that, you know, with this cartoon, you can see that, you know, for years and years, schools have been asking everybody to do the same thing, no matter what their goals are, no matter what they come to school with, no matter where they plan on being in 10 years. And so the why really behind the personalized competency-based learning is that when you know better, you do better. And now, you know, with all the research that's been going on for really over 25 years, we can see that we can help all of these people, you know, all of these learners to be their best. They might not all climb that tree, but they might also not need to climb the tree, you know? So we might need to be able to figure out how we can help them meet their goals and be, reach all of our educational goals, and everybody be, happy, because so many people are not happy in education and with education. So, okay. All right. So for this course, because the school district Gmail accounts cannot be used in non-school Gmail accounts, you have to have a personal account. So I know that the two of you do. You signed up for it and I already have it, so we can just move on from here. Just one thing that I do want to share with you, over here on the right-hand side, where it says use my current email instead. So Dave, you've got a Comcast email. So if you, let's just say you use up your free 15 gigs, right? And you want more storage, you could click on use my current email address instead. And instead of getting another Gmail, you put your Comcast in, and then you don't have one more email, but you've got a whole new drive, right?
Okay.
So that's why people can do that. And if people are like, I don't want a Gmail because I don't need another email, then you can just point them to that and say, great, because you don't need to. All right, so the agenda for tonight. I did my introduction. I'm going to have you guys do your introductions. We're going to talk about academic expectations. We're going to go into Google Classroom. We're going to do some exercises, and we're going to build a Google portfolio so that you've got the structure, you've got the basics down that you need to be able to use the portfolio throughout the rest of the semester. If we get through all of that in time, then we're going to do what's on the right-hand side, which means we're going to go to these different sites that are linked here, and they're also already in Google Classroom for you. These are mostly nonprofits that offer an awful lot of really good free resources. So this is where I've gotten a lot of really good stuff, so I figured that you guys could click on it, poke around, decide if it's your cup of tea. The thing with personalized learning is there are some things that you're going to need to do, but then there are other things that are optional. So this is going to be optional. And it could be something that you just use as a resource, that you can come back to and say, I'm ready for it now, and now I have these links. The one thing you need to know, the way that these companies build their mailing list is by giving out free resources. So it's kind of like a symbiotic relationship, right? I'll give you something for free, but you have to give me your email, and then, I can send you stuff sometimes too often and you unsubscribe, and then sometimes once a week, or it's just enough, so you just do what's good for you. All right. Okay, let's back up, and because the first thing is introductions. Okay, so Joanne and I were already talking, and I know, Dave, that you know Joanne. But what I'd like for us all to talk about is, a couple of things about ourselves, and then what are your goals, maybe for the year or maybe for a few years. It could be a personal goal that you have. It could be a professional goal. It could be how you're going to integrate the personalized learning. What I have found to be the most powerful with any class is the people in the class. And because it's virtual and it's distant and it's online, we only really have 3 opportunities to talk to one another. Now, you guys are lucky because you work together, so that's really good for you guys and for Savannah too. But I don't know you. So as a part of that, what I'm going to ask you to do is, Joanna, if you would go first, and if you would click for the share my screen, and then we'll all see you, and I'm going to hit stop presenting so that you can take over.
Where do I find that share my screen?
Okay, so if you click anywhere on your screen, down on the bottom right, it says present now. Sorry, I reworded it.
Do that.
Oh, you know what? You know what, though? I'm wrong, because that's going to share your screen and we just want to see you. So when you speak, we can see you. So you can,
Okay.
you're good.
Now?
Yep.
Okay. So what do you want me to talk about? 'Cause I
So
already told you about my.
you did. Tell us about your, like, your long-term goals, and, you know, is there anything particular in your school that you want to change, or that, you know, that you're like grabbing a hold of, like what motivates you? Could be running, you know, just so that we can get to know you. What are your interests? Things like that.
My expectations or my goals, I have no idea how long I'm going to stay. You know, I love to teach. I don't want to leave the classroom. Um, so I've got basically 10 more years because I stayed home for 10 years with my kids before I hit my 30 years. I'm not tired of it. At the moment, I'm good. Grabbing on and changing anything, I'm new to this school.
Oh, right.
So, you know, it's new to this school too. I really, you know, I am a go-getter. I like to make changes and stuff, but right now, I'm kind of like, you know, I am the math department chairperson.
Your
We
first
have a
year?
whole, yeah, we have a whole new math department.
Is there anything else you want to share with us?
I don't think so.
All right then, Dave, you're on.
Sure. I think what's kind of unique and awesome about this situation with Joanna is that career-wise, we're in a similar spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, joining this class, and we were both looking for similar things. So, you know, in the classroom, this really, we started talking about those kinds of things with the kids that what Joanna's really good at. And we've talked about what things she's good at, and I've never dealt with a regular teacher so in tune to knowing how kids learn, which has always been the thing that I've come in and said, you know, talk about those kinds of things. And so it's a unique situation where I think both of us are seeking the same thing. And so, you know, I said I was excited to start this class because I'm hoping to really get personalized with this, that, you know, we talked to you about really getting specific about the kids in our classroom, and then also her other kids. But I think these kinds of things, and we've already started to see some differences, and I think, you know, eventually maybe we touched on it, but Joanna can talk about some of the things we've already seen, you know, like those kids who couldn't get it done, don't think that they didn't have,
Yeah.
and trying to change that, the way we're doing things, so that, you know, we're getting away from brick by brick. Here's I'm talking about this, now you do this, and the practice thing. And so, you know, I think that's where, as we go forward, hopefully that's what we can share this class and tailor it to that, because we've already had a lot of talk about what we want to try to do. And I've emailed you, and I've asked you, like, how do we get feedback quickly? How can we do? And Joanna already did the Go formative, and
Good.
so yeah, so she's really, it's really awesome for me to be able to work with her and share these same goals and try to learn and try to do things differently. And so, you know, as I said, I'm just really looking forward to it, and then we can really put it into practice like right away. So whatever we do in class, she and I will be talking about it, we'll be doing it, we'll be trying it.
Good.
And so hopefully, you know, it makes a difference with the kids, and
Right.
and it works for them, and it works for us, and, you know, like where we're at, that we're getting something out of it. It's not the same as.
Right. Right. All right. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. All right. Let's move to academic expectations. So what I want to do is, actually, let's go to Google Classroom, because the outline and syllabus are in Classroom. So both of you have already joined the Google Classroom. You use the code. So if we can, let's just, I'm going to minimize this window. Oh, no, you know what?
So how do so like when I put on classroom, obviously you guys disappear.
Right.
Is that right?
That's okay. Yep, that's fine.